What is going on, guys? It's your boy Mosballin, and you guys already know from the title what we're going to be talking about today. There are a lot of shoes in this game that make your players a lot better. It's like real life, where when you put on a different shoe than the other, they kind of help you in a sense. Obviously, in 2K, shoes actually give you attributes, unlike real life, where they actually just might help your ankles. They might give you better grip, so your defense could be a little better. Sometimes shoes give you a little more bounce, so you could jump a little higher, but they don't actually add you attributes into your shooting and stuff. So today we're going to talk about the best shoes that you can put onto your player, what shoes you should be focusing on, how you could get these shoes without spending any money, how much you should be paying for shoes, when you should be buying them, just things like that. And basically the main thing we're going to focus on is I'm going to give you guys a better way to know what every shoe adds to your player. Now, Nike shoes in 2K are the best shoes. They do add three-pointer, which are the biggest things in 2K. You want to be able to shoot, but obviously the best usually costs the most. But don't be discouraged, you can still buy shoes that are 10 to 15k, 6k, 8k. So we're going to talk about everything right now. So two of the biggest shoes in the game are the Kobe AD mids. There's a red one and a white one. They do both add stuff differently. Let's start with the cheaper one, which are the red Kobe ADs. When you right click on your analog stick, it will pop up what they add to you. So you got ball control, driving layup, pass perception, contested shot 3, and speed with ball. So obviously this shoe is great because it adds contested shot 3. You want to be able to shoot in this game. You want to have guys that are able to shoot over other guys no matter how close they are. So contested shot 3 does help a lot. You got to remember that coaches are really big in this game. We're going to be talking about coaches in tomorrow's video, so I could tell you guys what every single coach adds and get you a better coach for your play style. Me, I'm not a three-point shooter yet. I do add these three-point shoes to some of my players. So we're going to look at my players and what shoes they have after I go over some of these. But you can see that speed with ball, contested shot 3, and ball control are the three main factors for this shoe and how much it goes for. This shoe tends to go for around 25k. The shoe that goes for more is definitely this one. It doesn't go for 75k. That's really overpriced. But this shoe adds open shot 3, which is really huge in this game. You want to be able to hit threes when you're wide open. If your guy already has an 85 3 or a 93, you add a shoe like this, jumps him up to a 90 plus, then your coach does the rest. That guy is pretty much going to be automatic if he's wide open. So shoes like this definitely go for a lot. You also are adding steal and ball control. Ball control is huge. So when shoes like these for Nike add you ball control, guys are never going to back away from them. They're always going to go for a lot. Now, while we're still here talking about these Kobe 80s, I want to talk about these Kyries, which from right here you can see that they add basically the same exact thing. You got the ball control, defensive consistency, driving layup, contested shot 3, and speed with ball. So you click here real quick, same exact stuff, nothing different. Ball control, driving layup. The only difference between this and this is this one adds pass perception, which is the ability to steal passing lanes, and this one is defensive consistency. The Kobe ADs look a little more overpriced for today since there's new moment cards that came out. They usually tend to go for a little less than the Kyries. The Kyries are just as good. They add defensive consistency. So if you could find one of these cheaper than the other, they're both great shoes. Almost every player can wear Nikes. There are players that can't wear certain shoes, so you're gonna have to look out for that. Guys that play in the league now that are signed with other deals, such as Steph Curry, who signed with Under Armour, he can only wear Under Armour. A dude like James Harden can't wear Nike, he can only wear Adidas. Make sure you're aware of that. I'm pretty sure every single throwback player, no matter who they were signed with, can wear anything. Only exception I would say is maybe Jordan, but I can't expect anyone to put Jordan in a different shoe. Now I'm going to show you guys real quick where to see what shoes they can wear. So Jimmy Butler, right next to my ear, there's that Jordan thing blinking, so he can only wear a Jordan shoe. If it says 2K Sports, that means they can wear any shoe possible. KD can only wear Nike, but majority of players can wear any shoe. Just make sure you take a look before you do buy a shoe. Shoe prices are lowest when packs come out. Realize that people can pull them out of packs, and know that you have a chance of pulling them from Triple Threat online as well, so you can get them for absolutely free. Now we're going to talk about the two most expensive shoes in the game, which are one, this Air Foamposite 1 Weatherman that adds ball control, driving layup, acceleration. So I told you guys ball control is important. Driving layup and acceleration are whatever, they're not that big, but the shot contest and the open shot 3. So obviously the biggest one is the open shot 3. That's the most important, and that's why people pay for this shoe. They're also paying for the ball control, and then you're adding shot contest on top of that, which is not that huge, but it's a nice stat to add to a player. So this shoe is very expensive. It's very helpful if one of your players has this shoe, obviously. However, it does go for a lot. Like I said, good shoes do cost you a lot of money. You gotta realize these are diamond shoes that stay on your player for a long time. So when you want to basically sell a player for a lot, if it's a guy that goes for a lot and you add a shoe like this, it increases his value. These diamond shoes aren't like the gold silvers that expire after certain games. These shoes stay on for you forever. It's an investment on that player that you're gonna use for a long time. Now with this shoe right here is the PG1 2K17. If you click on it, you basically see that it has ball control, driving layup, acceleration, open shot 3, and shot contest, which are the exact same stats that we just seen on the Weatherman. So now basically at this point, you basically deciding whether you want your player in your MyTeam Unlimited games to be wearing sneakers that look so cool like this, or you want them to be wearing basic PGs. Either or, whichever one you could get cheaper. If you want a sneaker like that, that is definitely a great deal. You don't have to stress between one or the other. Now I don't want you to be discouraged if you can't buy any of these sneakers. You got to realize one thing: they are not necessary. We talked about this yesterday, where you want to have an advantage against the player you're playing against. That's why we said to add badges. If you didn't watch that video, I'll link it down below. But basically, you always want to have an advantage. So any sneaker actually adds you an advantage. Now we could look at a sneaker like these LeBrons right here. These you could probably find for 10K. They still add speed with ball. They add shot close, post control, pass accuracy, stuff like that. Little things like that give you an advantage. Now we take a look at the Adidas sneakers, and they don't really have anything that adds 3-point, which kind of sucks. So a guy like Harden's never gonna have that advantage. You're just gonna have to go with what he has. But if you look at a shoe like this, which is also like 10K, you get speed, draw foul, contact dunk, like things that are actually really helpful, things that people don't always notice or realize. Now down below, I'm linking you guys a website that we're gonna talk about in a little bit that tells you what every shoe adds, so stay tuned for that. You have Jordan sneakers that aren't too bad. Look at this. Like, look at this sneaker right here. It has moving shot 3, which is big because you can still shoot threes off the dribble. You got lateral quickness, which makes you a better defender, speed with ball, standing layup, better pass vision. This sneaker you can buy for like 15K max, like 12K, 10K. Some of these sneakers, keep an eye out for. They're actually really good, and they're gonna help you in the long run for sure. Converse has the cheapest sneakers. They don't add too much. You could go take a look at them. Some of them add +6, so this one adds the +6 moving shot mid-range. This one's mid-range open. You got the lateral quickness. So I know they're ugly sneakers, but for 5-6K, a shoe that stays on your player forever, that's not a bad deal. Reebok does not have any diamond sneakers, and Under Armour only has one. So Steph Curry cannot get a 3-point shoe, but he can get a speed shoe, and you can actually find these sometimes pretty cheap, 15K. A Steph just came out, so I assume this shoe might go up a little bit. Now out of my players, I've only put shoes on 2 people. I put a shoe on AK, which are the red Kobe AD, and you can see they add the driving layup, make him a 97. His contested shot 3 went up to a 95. My coach adds the open shot 3, so it would have been a waste if his open shot 3 went up and his shoe added that. Now he has his contested as a 95, and his open shot I think is a 98. His ball control went up to a 91, and then his speed with ball is now a 90, which is insane. The shoe was expensive, but for a card that I'm going to use for a long time, it is definitely worth it. He's already played over 500 games for me, so you can only imagine. Now a lot of you guys are probably like, wow, you really spent like 30K, 40K on a shoe, but yeah, he's now hitting in people's faces even more than he was before. Plus the badges we talked about yesterday that he has, he's really a green light all the time. Now I did something weird with my Wilt Chamberlain. I added the white Kobe ADs, so his post fade and all that were already like a 99, but what it added was his open shot 3. It made him a 70. Our coach makes it a 74, I believe, which is insane. A 74 open shot 3 for Wilt Chamberlain, who doesn't get guarded out there at all, so he's a 74 as long as I know the release. He has every shooting badge he really needs. He has catch and shoot, corner specialist. He has the shooting badges that he'll need to be able to hit threes consistently when he's open. His ball control went up a little bit, and his steal is probably was already maxed, so that's not too bad. Now, so you guys can know that you don't always have to add shoes like that. I actually bought this Iguodala with the diamond shoe already on him. I don't know what Adidas shoes these are, but it's a good shoe. It adds his draw foul. His contact dunk goes up to a 95, which means he dunks on everybody almost all the time. 84 passing vision, which is not a big deal, but he has 99 speed, which is insane. So whoever added this shoe did a good job. You can always add any shoe. You don't have to stress too much that it doesn't add 3. Like, if he doesn't have a good 3 ball with the shoe, it's okay to me because he's able to do other things. Now here's the website I linked down below. It's actually a Reddit post. Whoever made this is great. I appreciate you, but it has every single shoe and what it adds. So if you're ever just looking at your card on your PlayStation or looking at it on 2K 2KMT Central, whatever the case may be. You can basically take a look, see what these shoes would add, and do the math and figure out what you need. They did a really good job with this. You can see it says the orange shoe with the blue swoosh, Kobe 80s, the white ones, the red ones, and you can see what it adds. They have like every shoe here. It tells you every single thing it adds, and it's awesome. So I have that link down below. I really appreciate all the love you guys been showing lately. I've been answering as many people as I can in the comment section. Much love to you guys. It's been your boy Mosballin, and I'll see y'all later. Ballin' out.